Here's how to make a quilted pillow cover of any size. It is way easier than you think. You could use just one solid fabric, pick a few of your favorite quilt blocks, or like me, I just use a charm pack and put a bunch of 5-inch squares together. First, you will need to know the size you want to make. Mine was a 20-inch. But all of the math I'm going to talk about can be used for any size pillow, and I promise it's easy. So I'm making a 20-inch square pillow here. So I wanted my patchwork to be at least 21 inches before I quilted it. In the end, you will trim this down to just a 1/2 inch larger than what you need. So I am going to trim this down to 20.5 inches, and that is after quilting. That's why you want at least 21 or more inches. So say you're making a 16-inch square pillow, I would make sure you have at least 17, if not 18 inches of patchwork before quilting. Then I basted all my layers together, so I had the top squares, the batting, and a backing. And the backing can be anything. I just use scrap fabric because it'll never be seen. And after you are done quilting, go ahead and trim it down to be a 1/2 inch larger than what you want the finished size to be. Since I want a 20-inch pillow, I'm trimming it down to 20.5 inches. Now you just need some fabric for the back. This will be seen. You can choose a coordinating fabric or something that is the same on the front, whatever you want, and you will need 2 pieces here. I have a 20.5 inch square. I need the length to be 20.5 inches, and then the width will be 2/3 or approximately 2/3 of the width. 2/3 of 20.5 inches is like 13.5 something. I don't remember the exact number. I just rounded up to 14. So I'm cutting 2 14-inch by 20.5 inch rectangles to go on the back. This will create what is called an envelope back. And you'll see at the end, but that is the type of back where you slip the pillow in. There is no zipper involved. This is very beginner friendly. Take both of these pieces and have the wrong side of the fabric facing up. It's kind of hard to see in my example since I'm using this light fabric. And take the edge that is the height of your pillow, or that will be going up and down in the back, and fold it over twice by about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, and then stitch it down on top. And you will want to repeat this with both pieces so that you have this hemmed edge. Now it is time to put everything together. So bring back the front of your pillow cover and place it with the right side facing up, and the wrong side should be at the bottom here. Then we're going to take these 2 backing pieces, place these right side facing down with that hemmed piece in the middle. Line up your corners and edges. Place one on the left and then the other one on the right. And the hemmed edges should overlap in the middle. Next, pin or clip everything in place, and then we're going to take it to our sewing machine and just sew around the entire edge, 1/4 inch away from the raw edge. And I like to add a little bit of back stitching where these hemmed edges are, just because that's where you open the pillow and kind of shove it in there, and sometimes it gets pulled at a little bit, so I like to add a little extra stitching there. When you are done, pull out all of your pins, turn it right side out, and that is it. If you wanted to add binding to these, all you would have to do is stitch them wrong sides together instead of right sides at the end where you put all the 3 pieces together, and then add binding around all 4 edges just like you would with a regular quilt.